Hello and welcome to part 2 of Colonizing Duna. Part 1 we made the rovers. We made these little rovers individually. Duna Rover 1, Duna Rover 2, Duna Rover 3. I've just docked them on this little hill right here to see if it was level. It should have been because I used the same base thing. It's the refueling arm and so on. The struts are really low to the ground, so that's why I brought them here to see if it would actually survive a drive changing ground levels. There we go. So there's our fuel train. It is pretty awesome and maneuverable for its length, and when you think about it, just these docking ports that are supporting all the cut pressure, those forces, and yeah, I really love those rovers. I think they're pretty cool, neat, and you can probably do a lot of cool stuff with them. You really have a Roman base. If you want to spend hours driving on planet surface, you could explore all the biomes with that. You might have issues if there are like huge craters, because it is pretty heavy. So when you start climbing a hill like here, you will lose speed. But I mean, still check the speed: 20.6, 21, still climbing. The battery power is dropping pretty low because we're at night. We got no electricity generated at the moment. There we go. So these are the rovers we'll send to Duna, dock them on the surface, and hopefully we can refuel our lander. We won't need to refuel it too much, the lander, because it'll land on parachute alone, but it'll just need a little engine power to make sure it doesn't crash. Yeah, so this video will be dedicated to making the lander. I have no clue what it's gonna look like yet, and the puller, the spacecraft, are actually, instead of pushing it towards Duna, just will be pulling it. So I can hopefully dock it at a space station around Duna, refuel it, bring the lander down, refuel what needs to be refueled, bring it back up to the space station, dock it with what I call a taxi, and bring it back to a kerbin orbit to the space station, park it there, bring the lander back in orbit. It's a lot of stages, but at least I will never have to bring that taxi / puller on any planet ever again. It'll just stay in space, be refueled there, and should be cool. See what we can do set for the VAB. Alright, so here we are in the VAB. Time to make our lander. It's built around this fuel tank, quarter size orange tank, and put a pool engine below it. We'll put a lander can on top of it because there will be already one Kerbal on Duna surface man and the rovers, and we want to bring him back with that mission. So 1 will land and 2 will lift off the ground. So we have the lander can. We need a way to add more fuel to this, and better in stages. So yeah, let's grab. Will this be enough? Yeah, it won't be enough. Let's go with this one. There we go. Let's grab it. 2 times 4. Actually, let's not do that yet, because we want on here landing strut. We want some parachutes. What else would we want in there? We could use a regular solar panel on the bottom, so we don't have to deploy anything. Just remain there. Anywho, there we go. 4. How does that look? There we go. That's pretty nice. We might be able to add more parachutes actually. Should have done that earlier. Doubt it'll be enough. Alright, so we got all these chutes. We need more science. And after all, this is why we are going to Duna. Symmetry 2. We'll put Symmetry 2, I said. Okay, that fit right there. not my collide, I'll test it later. Utility, more and more parachutes. Here's the entrance, so let's go times 4. Actually, let's go times 6. Let's start with these. Put some here. And just put some here. Let's put some here. I really don't want this thing to crash. This way it won't. So overkill on the parachutes. Put too much and too little. Just put some fuel lines. About here to there. We'll need struts. We'll take a minute. We need a ladder. So utility. Where are you? There you go. Single one. Let's see how it does. Perfect. We are going to need some lights. Lights. What else? Science, more science. We need all the science mods on here. So, just one of these, and a thermometer. We need an antenna as well. We're gonna put a big ass one. Yeah, it'll work. So, just take one of these. We're gonna put it. That's great. Let's just put it here. And we need another docking port on top. Right here. Struts, and then what? I'm just thinking. Batteries. We need electricity. That will not work for very long. Where can I put it though? You occupied a lot of space. What do I have for batteries? Is that a big one? So might be able to just... No. So just lift that off, stick it here, and stick it over here. That'll work. I need it's 1,000, right? 1,000 should be enough. Solar panels. We got a thing. We're gonna need more solar panels. Let's stick those here. Look at this thing there. Looks so empty. It needs something. You know what? Screw it. Let's take that antenna off. And save it as Duna Lander 1. That's it. Accept. And let's try. Oh no, forgot to start it. Kept repeating it, and I still forgot. Let's do that. Let's put one like here, one below it. I'm gonna need probably this parachutes. Need a lot of force on it. I'm gonna do this as well. Looks good to me. Save, and let's test it out real quick. See if at least it lifts off the ground here, because if it doesn't, it'll be a bad news. Alright, so here we are on the launch pad. Let's test it out. Put the lights on. Let's try to extract this ladder. Yes. Activating the engine. And Let's go. Oh. Yeah. Alright. So, too heavy. That sucks. That really sucks. But it's close to being able to lift off, so would it be enough on Duna? And the struts were enough to give it a boost, actually, huh? Am I gonna fall down again, or... I'm just hovering. Alright, so... back to the VAB. So here we are. I had to modify it because it would not lift off the ground, plus I forgot to put the RCS on it and the monoprop tanks, so here we go. Modified it. I'm hoping it will lift now. It should be a little lighter, if not equivalent, because I had to add these two tanks. I guess we'll see. There's only one way to find out, huh? Please lift off the ground. Please. My peacock going crazy. Come on. So, let's do this. And it's lifting. So it's not so much a matter of weight than as a matter of drag from the parachutes, because with the tanks it's working now. So, all right, let's actually see if it lands safely. Because I'm not gonna take this to Duna with just this fuel tank around. So let's see. Let's keep gaining speed. That's pretty cool. And it's lifting off with two Kerbals as well. That is nice. That's what we're gonna have to do on Duna. It'll only lift faster on Duna. The gravity is lower, the atmosphere is thinner. If it works here, it'll definitely work there. Planet's smaller as well. Just go that way, then land somewhere. So the docking port on the top, that is to, I don't plan to push this thing towards Duna, I plan to pull it, and now it's starting to rain as well. Anyway, so I plan to pull it towards Duna, and that way the puller will sort of be reusable, because I'll dock it at the space station, and then wait for my mission to be done, then park this at our pusher, bring it back to our station around Kerbin, and just bring the lander back in orbit. So, because the puller itself, I'm thinking it's gonna have to be huge. He's gonna have to make it there and back and contain enough fuel, so it's a deluge out there. What the fuck, it's raining like crazy now. Wasn't like that 2 minutes ago. Enough, because I want to be as heavy as possible for this. So let's. We don't want to decouple. Just want our parachutes. For our legs, lights. See if we can land safely. There's a little rover. Little, there's 3 rovers together. 5. Yeah. I don't know if it'll be enough. I might need to get a little engine help on upon landing on Duna. So many parachutes, just a clusterfuck of chutes. Alright. Alright, well, I consider this a successful lander. Let's try and work on the puller now. Riverfly, or TVAB. So, the puller. Build it, put the docking port. It'll be this way, then we'll put the fuel tank on top. Just go crazy. This, and then another small one on top. We're going to need this because we don't still have all the parts yet. Will 2 be enough? 2 might be enough, but then I have to dock this back. So I need to make this easy access too, because it can't be. Yeah, I'll do 3. Fuck it. Won't change much anyway. Let's put one of these. Let's bring it to lower, like here. There. Let's put a small one. How can we push this now? Let's go crazy. 3 would be enough, I think. Oh wait, like 4. Let's go crazy. Yeah. And bam. Let's do that times 4. How about that for taxi? That's pretty mean. I don't know if it'll be enough. I have no clue how much this way, and it'll be a pain in the ass to actually push all this in orbit. Yeah, because all the pressure will be on this one docking port and the struts all in this together, so it'll be bad, okay? But screw it. It looks cool. So control. I'm gonna need some RCS just in case. Let's go big or go home. There. Utility, another docking port, so we can dock our station. This will have to be heavily strutted. And what would I need? I need some solar panels. Let's go fucking bang. There you go. 4 of those should do. We need some batteries. Let's do the deluge out there. Running like crazy. Stick in there, no, stick in there. Yeah, no. So it's just stick in there. Stick in there. We need some control stuff. 4 here should do. 4 here should do. So, oh. That's it about it here. If I can always disable them if they're not placed well. Yeah, they don't want to go there? Alright, fine. It's great. We'll do with that. That looks like a crazy vessel. Let's strut it. First, let's not strut it. Let's change the name. Duna Lander slash. What am I gonna call this thing? Duna Lander slash. It's just a big fail in the making. Yeah, just Polar. Fuck it. Polar 1. Alright. Save. Now let's try to. You want one here for sure. We're gonna want one here. We'll definitely want to strut these engines together. There we go. Gonna need something like that. Another one here probably. Straight one, and then do this, I'll strut it to the extreme because there's a good chance that it'll just go awfully wrong. Something going awfully wrong with the symmetry right now too, but nah, it's great. So there's that. I'm gonna have to somehow strut as many as possible. Like here. There. 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 Maybe even how can you do this? One from and then maybe we can do one from here to there. Yeah, it's the middle of the door, but yeah, fuck it. Should we leave it that way? It looks ugly. What can we put on there? Don't have the right nose cone yet. No, screw it. I'll have to stay like that. Let's do what? I can't really launch it from here. But just for shits and giggles, let's... I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to put the fuel line from central part to the other rocket. Ah, fuck. Yeah, there's nothing connecting these two. Fuck. Let's go back. Epic failures after epic failures. So, control, prop. I need 4. There we go. So, this is, what else? What else? You know what? Because if we just stay on the launch pad, it won't do a thing anyway, so. Something like that. But how can I push this into orbit? This thing is just huge. I'm gonna need a decoupler. I'm gonna need... This is just too much shit. This work. It's just a test anyway, so fuck it. I'm gonna need to find a heavy launcher, really heavy launcher. This is beyond everything I tried to launch before. Some skippers. Put one of these. Yeah, but then why put them that way? I need a proper asparagus staging as well, because I tend to do them by 4 instead of by 2 because of the symmetry issue. I cannot line them perfectly, so let's just do something like that, just to try it out. Fuel lines. And then more struts. Oh, where's more struts? If one day they want to rename the game, they could rename it to Strut This. It seems like it's all I'm doing. Strutting parts together. Hope this is not too long, and it is too long, so we'll have to do something like this. This is not lined up. I know. I don't want to take 5 hours just to line the parts. This is just a test anyway. See how many engines I need, and then just I could work out the amount of fuel. Because right now I don't even know how many engines I need. I know I could calculate it, but might as well just try it out. More fun that way. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's go one more. Let's go one to here. One there. One here. And then we're gonna have to do something like that. Alrighty. Would that be enough SAS? I have no clue. But there's only one way to find out. And let's launch it into space. Oh, let's not launch it into space. Total engines. All these are done. What the hell is going on with these engines? I've placed them all at the same time. No, wait. Weird stuff, mein Kamerad. What the hell? Anyway, seems like it's alright. Save. Alright, let's try it out. So, here we're on the launch pad. If it lifts off the ground, I'm happy, because it's just to see the amount of engines that we'll need to bring it into orbit. Definitely is going to need more fuel and a better shape, because this is just like, pretty weird. So let's just see if it lifts off the ground. I'm going to zoom out so you can still hear me. And it is lifting off the ground. It's pretty cool. So I get to get the staging right, so it doesn't jettison 4 engines at a time, just 2, and the fuel gets transferred right. Just so the symmetry was right, just to get some rough data in. So there we go. Well guys, thanks for watching. Next video we'll be working some more on the launcher, because we'll need a launcher for this, we'll need a launcher for our rovers, and for the station we're going to put in orbit as well, so we need a lot of stuff still. Catch you later!